Welcome back. I'm glad you found me. I am out in Kirkland, Washington, enjoying the sun. My gosh, it's a beautiful day. It is a truly magnificent day. When I tell you that, it is shining bright. Um, and they said it's only rainy here, right? So we see that's not the case. Kirkland is one of the most uh, beautiful places to be. From the ducks to the people to, I think it's just a Seattle culture. Whatever it is, it's pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, what are we talking about today? We are talking about life, parents, and what you plan to do with them. So the reason this is coming up, as you guys know, my grandmother just passed away 2 days ago. And though she raised me, luckily I don't have the responsibility of planning the funeral. And, that stuff can be stressful. It's a lot to take care of. There's a lot of feelings and family and all that good stuff that is involved, and emotions run high and opinions and all that good stuff. So I luckily get to usually be involved in the passing of these people that I truly love, my loved ones, and and the many clients that I have that are going through some of the same things, and going through it with them. But my childhood, I guess, made it where I didn't have to actually worry about or get the burden. I'm gonna just put it out there, get the burden of taking care of your parents' final days and numbers. As we know, families get kind of crazy when it comes to money and property. Oh, here they come. Here they are. Yeah, families can get crazy around death and that stuff. So I luckily don't have those worries. And that's kind of nice that I don't have to be bothered with all the fighting and drama. And so there are benefits to being raised by one's grandmother as opposed to one's own parent. I kind of, as my grandmother would say when I invited her someplace, I dodged that bullet. So I guess I did. But for you guys who didn't dodge that bullet, I have friends and family and community. We need to address that before it becomes time. Yeah, who is actually responsible or going to be responsible, and what do we plan on doing here? Especially for families that are a little more normal, meaning, broken, and this person didn't do right in life. Well, what does the family do with that person? What do you do with them? Whose responsibility is it to take care of the person who did not set themselves up? Ooh, uh-oh. The person who did not get the life insurance. What are you supposed to do with Uncle Jojo or Auntie Nessa or Lil Patrice or whoever? What are you supposed to do with them when their time comes? Do we ever figure this out? Especially once their parents pass away. Like, I'm over here walking in duck poop. That's why I'm like, okay, oh well, it's the same as my chicken poop, I guess. Hopefully they only eat what they're supposed to down here, but I think people feed them. So anyhow, they're like, ooh, I almost slipped. It's probably the grease that somebody fed the freaking ducks. It's in their poop. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. Anyway, ducks are not supposed to have greasy French fries, just so we know. That's not part of their snacking routine. But reality, let's go back to dealing with or taking care of prior to the people that are in our families that don't have these things set up. It's like we know we need to address it. When do we talk about it? Whose responsibility is it? Or are they responsible for themselves? I'm voting on that. I think everybody should be responsible for themselves. No, that's the truth. Then if not, I guess the government can pick you up. Or whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Once you're dead, right? It's not even your problem anymore. But when we take on the responsibility of other people and other people's death, that's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of care. I mean, I know when my great aunt came to stay with me, that was a lot. I mean, you guys know, you were there, the ones that are here in Seattle, and, helping me take her to the bathroom, and Shelly's son, and just, that was a lot of work. I mean, when you're like really given the care that one needs during those final stages, it is like graphic novel times 3. And it has to be done. Right? Yeah, it has to be done. So I'm watching everybody meditate around the lake. I just love to see it. They're kind of zoned in, they're zoned out. I just like that they put forth the effort to come and actually enjoy the sun on the outside, get some of the vitamin D that's provided naturally, which is, everybody has the opportunity. They just took it to come out here and enjoy it, even though it's chilly. It was 31 degrees this morning. I don't even know what it feels like now. I don't even care, right? I'm out here like, just like this. Why? Because this is how I feel. I needed to be grounded. I needed to be with the earth. I needed to be with the water, the animals, the ducks, the people, the sun. And to just talk to you guys about that, because though I seem to have cleverly ridden myself out of all of these things, we have the power to do that too. You don't have to do more than what you in your heart feel you should. That is something you decide, not your family, not your friends, not your church, and not anyone but you. You decide what you want to give and what you don't want to give, and what your obligations are. I am so happy with Granny. I just love her to death, so I don't have to have any struggles there. But, what are you guys going to do with these people that that you guys might be responsible for? If it's the mother who didn't raise you, or the father who didn't raise you, or the whoever it may be, your parent. What do you do when things aren't right? What do you do when they are? Are you prepared for that? Have you and your siblings talked about how it works? Or is this something that we avoid because we don't want to start fighting in families? Because avoiding it doesn't help. It definitely doesn't help. I feel we should probably make sure we address those things and address them before that time comes, so that we can address it with our parent before our parent gets in a position where they can't. And then I say, let them have it their way. Let them have it their way. That's how it's supposed to be, even when we don't like it. Even when we don't like it, people are allowed to make their choices and decide who they want to care for them. And so as kids, we have to respect that, even though we might feel like it was manipulated or it was coerced or whatnot. You do your research, you figure it out, and then you proceed where you must, if you must. But at the end of the day, the person has truly passed away and dead. I mean, dead, dead, dead. They are dead. Like, I don't know how else to say that to make you get it. But fighting with your brothers and your sisters and your nieces and your nephews and your cousins and your sister and brother-in-laws, it does not end up going well. It really doesn't. You already know the way this works. If you put bad out, you're only going to get bad. So if they stole the damn property, let them have the shit. It ain't that serious. They're not going to be peaceful in there, depending on what you believe in. If you believe in ghosts, there'll be a ghost that comes and haunts them up out the house. If you believe in karma, they'll probably lose the house. It might burn down or fall down. There ain't no telling. Doesn't matter. Just move on. Let them have it. They need it. They want it. It's okay. There'll be more where that comes from. And the more you focus on yourself and the positivity you have going on in your life and stay in your lane, mind your business, and love yourself first. I got a little baby that came over here to visit me. How so cute. I'm telling you, you know how I am with Kirkland and these dogs. So anyway, love yourself and don't get caught up in all the crap. Death is hard for people, so it is best to try to prepare for, and sickness and illness is definitely difficult, you know. A lot of our insecurities come out during these times. A lot of our hurt, our past hurts, are expressed during these times. And we take them out on the wrong people. You know, we do a lot of shouldas or couldas or oughtas. And no, nobody gets to say what anybody shoulda, coulda, woulda, or oughta done, do or done, have done, did, shoulda, did, shoulda, coulda, woulda, did. You know what I mean? It's just not for anybody. People have their own relationships with people, and we have to accept where people are with their own relationship and their journey. We don't get to define one's journey either with someone else. We get to receive people however we see fit and with our own past experiences with that person and in life. So say that to say, you may not understand why your niece or your cousin or whoever behaves a certain way, your nephew, your sister, your pastor, whomever. You may not understand why they're behaving, or your pastor, you better know why they're behaving a certain way. But any of those family members that are hurting during those times or affected, you may not understand why they are not coming around or as much as you or the next person. And it's not really for you to understand. It is for them and the person that they have a relationship with, or just for them. Everybody has to make peace with their own decisions. And guilt tripping people into or trying to is not helpful during these times. I've went through it with a lot of clients and friends, and it's sad. I mean, it's like, well, this person should have, or as much as he done for this person or that person, they ought to be. And it's like, you don't know what they ought to be doing. Were you there 24 hours a day? No. I mean, some of these people, I wasn't even born or alive, you know? So I don't know what they had cracking, what they had going on. That is like not okay. You know, they have their thing. Maybe they're at peace. Maybe they understand each other. Maybe you have an attitude about something that they made an agreement on and you didn't know. Maybe that's why they don't ask about them. You just never know why the maybe is. There's so many maybes that we should just not concern ourselves with. Yeah, because the person's already gone. The reality is we just can't create any new memories with them, and that's where the sadness comes in. But like with my grandmother, I am truly happy that I got her for as long as I did. And you don't look up when there's a seagull. I'm from San Diego. You definitely don't do that. There's Aunt Beulah saying goodbye to her sister. Aunt Beulah believed in birds, and that birds were her mother coming to see her. And when the birds would come, she would say, "Oh, that's just my mom coming to check on me." Granny had ducks, and so did Aunt Beulah. We're country. So I guess that's why I come here, so I can feel at home and reconnected with my people. And that's how you keep them alive, just so you know. You reconnect with them in the ways that you remember. Yeah. The ways that you remember them, the candy that they ate, the peppermint in this case, or the root beer barrels. And there's a golden, I think that's a golden doodle or lab, I don't know, whatever he is, he's beautiful. He's got a matching twin over there. And they just all respect each other. The dog's over here swimming. The ducks are at peace. And they can coexist. Just like we can. Yeah. They just all stay in their own lane and respect each other. So make sure that you guys tighten up your family, your plans. Address those situations. I know they're not easy, but they're needed. And if it goes nowhere and falls on deaf ears, then you can say check. You don't need to say check, just so you know that. We say check now, meaning I checked it off my list. I definitely did it with love and from my heart, and I attempted to get this situation situated before they passed away or got sick. Or this is not my responsibility, so don't look at me. Or whatever it is that you feel. But I say this to make sure that you understand, do not put your expectations on other people during times of grieving and death. Let people and allow them to mourn and love and live the way they see fit, especially with their loved ones. All right, you guys, take care of your people, get them all situated, or don't, but let it be known, I ain't taking care of them, they ain't taking care of me. Or whatever you feel, I am taking care of them. They are one of God's children, and somebody has to take care of them. Or honor thy father and thy mother on the ways that they walk in this land. There's so many different angles you can play. I mean, whatever it is that your people or your deities or your God or your gods or your goddesses or your ancestors or your vibrations or whatever it is that you do, whatever it tells you, as long as it's in the name of love and nobody is getting hurt, then that's it. So be right with whatever it is that you feel, understand what you feel, ask yourself what you feel, and do it before it becomes the time that you actually need it. That's it. All right, you guys. Peace.